What's up, boys? It's Wolf. Today is actually a pretty good day. I know most of the time I very ironically talk about how excited I am for an upcoming skin, and I'm sure it gets laughs every time. But today I am actually very excited for the skin being released. This skin was leaked since preseason last year, and the whole community was like, I would gladly use a porcupine as a bar of soap if it means I could get my hands on this skin. Well, wait no longer, ladies and gentlemen. Elderwood Ornn is here, and it's really sick. I'm not gonna lie. Here's a teammate's reaction to the skin. Now, I played like 7 games on PBE yesterday, and this was the first person that actually spoke English. The entire day, I felt like Tom Hanks in Castaway, just in this separate island, watching these people shit talk me in Spanish. Now, the weird thing is I speak Spanish. In fact, Spanish is my first language, and I still have no idea what these people are saying to me. But anyway, let me show you some clips of the skin in action, yeah? So the first clip I want to show is me versing a Vayne top lane. She tells me she hasn't seen this skin before, so I go to give her a closer look by throwing my body at her at 100 miles per hour. I mean, from that point, there's not like a real way to outplay it. You need access to the Speed Force just to even have a chance at dodging Ornn's E. Now, unfortunately for my team, I decided that getting these 2 minions was far more important than helping them secure the kills in the river. And my Lilia was understandably upset at this, but she then starts speaking in what I can only assume is Dothraki, because I have absolutely no idea what she's saying to me. Even after recalling, I'm still trying to decipher these fucking hieroglyphics, so I go to increase the size of the chat, because maybe I just didn't read it right, but turns out that increasing the size of the chat crashes my game, so looks like that's not an option. Now I'll never know what she was trying to tell me. I want to preface this next clip by telling you guys something. I've been taking a break from this game for like a month, because, you know, this game makes me want to shave my eyebrows with a tomahawk, so I have absolutely no idea what the developments are in terms of the items or anything like that, but Sunfire Cape, from what I can tell, is pretty disgustingly broken. That shit does so much damage. That, combined with Ornn being a really well-balanced champion in League of Legends, makes this shit pretty damn fun to play, I'm not gonna lie. Now, this clip begins with my team flicking their assholes as the enemy team takes Baron, as you do. And at this point, I want to direct your attention to my score, just so you guys understand that I have the power of God on my side for this upcoming fight. Anyway, the fight is started by a soccer ball breaking the sound barrier, speeding towards my Victor. Luckily for him, we had the greatest goalie of all time, fucking Iker Casillas, on our team, and I caught that shit no problem. Immediately after, though, I get the chance to catch up on some sleep because I get hit by every CC in the game and it takes a couple years to wear off, but suddenly an ADC pops into view, awakening me from my ancient slumber, so we chase her down to the ends of the earth to take her out. Now, what happens next here is nothing short of a miracle. Honestly, makes me want to go back to church. How I survived this is beyond me. Now, it is also at this point that I realize that I have no idea who this is. What champion is this? What the hell is going on, Riot? You added another new champion? Jesus. Speaking of shit companies, we all know the league client is extremely reliable and damn near infallible. You could throw a grenade at your computer, blow it to Kingdom Come, grab an AK-47, gun down what remains of your PC, go and buy a new one, start it up for the first time, and somehow League is still running in the background. That's how powerful it is. So I go to log into my account, and I go through the daily routine of asking myself, do I really want to play this game? As I'm typing my password, I get the notification that tells me I am honor level 3. Now, once upon a time, these used to make me excited, like Riot was acknowledging me for upholding the Summoner's Code. I felt like a hero. Since then, however, I have called teammates things I dare not repeat on video lest they be used against me in a court of law, so now I understand Riot just hands this shit out to anyone who barely even classifies as human, and they somehow end up in my ranked games and expect not to get roasted on the spot. So the honor doesn't mean anything, but then they follow it up with an orb just to really put the cherry on top. But the orb is just as useful if you shove it up your ass and use it as a nightlight, so immediately after, though, I find that I cannot get out of this screen. I'm over here smashing the OK button, damn near getting carpal tunnel, and nothing is happening, so I guess the only one allowed through the screen was fucking Rammus, and Riot in their infinite wisdom decided that this was such an important announcement that the only way out of the screen is this one button. Everything else is completely covered, you can't just exit out of the client or anything like that. In their defense, though, even I couldn't have foreseen that with 200 years of design experience, they could fuck up one button. So the workaround for this is you have to go to Task Manager and end the task entirely. And for some reason, this doesn't actually end the task, it just restarts it. So if nothing else, this is definitive proof that the League client is a virus on your computer. So once the League client restarts, you're on a fucking timer to get into queue before Riot stops you to ask if you have time to talk about the Lord and Savior. You gotta be quick or you're gonna have to task manager again, boy. So, all in the good day's work here, League of Legends. You know I miss this shit. So this game, I was playing versus a Kayle who was playing like a little bitch the entire time. Luckily, Ornn eats bitches for breakfast and I thunderclap her ass. Unbeknownst to me, however, my team had been getting their cheeks thunderclapped the entire game. I guess they've been taking turns force-feeding Katarina Popeye spinach. Then this right here is a Shakespearean tragedy if I've ever seen one. Once again, I wonder about the person behind the game. When Jhin pressed his ult, you could see the glimmer in his eyes. I bet he was so hopeful of all the possibilities of what came next. I bet he thought to himself, this is what Eminem was talking about, this is the moment. And with every shot he fired, he became increasingly disillusioned with the current state of his life. All the decisions that led him up to making this one, this final one. And the realization that he's not the hero of this story, he's not Naruto. Mid laners are Naruto. AD carries are fucking Tenten. Now right here, I'm assuming Katarina decided to play with her elbows to give herself a bit of a challenge. And seeing this opportunity, I summoned my boy Pablo to clean up the kill. And shortly after sucking my teammates' dicks to get them to do Baron, I realized that I actually couldn't use any of my abilities. Like, actually couldn't use any of my abilities. That's why I just walked around and bonked people. I think I upgraded this guy's items and it glitched my ability somehow. I mean, it doesn't surprise me at this point, right? That Riot built League on a fucking Chef Boyardee recipe. Unfortunately, it cost us Baron, and for some reason I'm still trying to win this game. I really don't know why. I'm still trying to get picks. I TP behind 50 Cent and his midget companion, and I thunderclap his ass. Jhin was also there. And I tried to upgrade Jin's items, and what do you know, it bugged my abilities again, except this time I found out I can't even recall. I actually have to walk all the way back to base to get on the fountain so it could reset. Too little too late, because Katarina had just titty blasted my entire team, and now I just have to sit here autoing this minion to death like a jackass. This game is turning out to be very, very painful. I just got my abilities back and my jungler and support are already dead again. Then I go to summon Pablo again, but I accidentally summoned the Flash instead, and he passed by too fast. I mean, I could barely even see him. But again, for some reason, I'm still trying to win this game. I really don't know what I'm trying to prove here. I see Katarina by herself. I start an altercation, seeing as I'm the only one she can't titty blast. But turns out, 1, she can, and 2, she wasn't alone. She brought her pet goat. However, the goat overstepped her boundaries, and I introduced her to my man Pablo. Lee Sin then does whatever he can. He kicks her out of the circle, and this is my one and only chance to thunderclap her. And Kayle, aka Alfred Bitchcock, waited till 32 minutes to finally be fucking useful, and I just realized her name is Hannah Montana. Well, that explains a lot. The chick is smoking crack in the side lanes. No wonder this is the first time I see her in 30 minutes. She quickly finds out that no amount of drugs can stop Sunfire from being the most broken item in the game, unfortunately. And we end up winning the fight. And this is when the game really starts to turn in our favor. Well, at least until Katarina respawns and pentakills us, at which point we start losing it again. Instead of sitting in Fountain to just let them end, I decided that I actually enjoy getting my nipples twisted for 40 minutes straight, and I continue to play this game. Right here, my Lee Sin finally woke up from his coma and made his first play of the game. Unfortunately, Lucian had the one and only Hannah Montana behind him, who has only used one ability the entire game. Then Lucian, I don't know, I guess drank a little too much Kool-Aid, and the ensuing sugar rush made him go a little crazy, so I called my boy Pablo to sort him out. And I used telepathy to knock him towards Lucian. And it's at this point that I should point out that Kayle has been unloading everything she had at me for a good like 10 to 15 seconds and barely did a quarter of my health. But anyway, we end up getting Hannah Montana too, and getting these 2 kills allowed us to secure the Elder Drake. Now this is where I remind Kindred that she's playing a marksman, and all I gotta do to take her out is just menacingly walk my fat ass in her general direction. Now with Elder Drake, we are definitively in the lead. That is until we go to contest Baron and Lucian just backdoors our open nexus and we lose anyway. So this entire game was a complete waste of time. Really got nothing out of it. I'm just as fucking bad at the game as when I started. And guess what my reward is for persevering through 40 minutes of that pain? Fucking Pandora's box. This game sucks. Good skin though.